It is your girl DJ Ashley Ross, and welcome to the Week 16 edition of Ashley's Hot Takes. One more week of regular season football, and then it's playoff time. So we have a lot of games to get into, and I hope y'all had a great holiday. Let's get into it. In the North, Ravens taking on the Colts. I really like this Ravens team early on the year. I am a big defensive person. So if you have a great defense, I think that it can make up for some of the things you have going on offense. And that's what this Ravens team is. Plus, they're in a great position for that wild card because they're in control of their destiny. They're not in a situation where they need other teams to lose. All they need to do is win, take care of business, and they're in. Now let's jump to the other purple team with a strong defense, the Minnesota Vikings. Them, in my opinion, is a great example of somebody who, once they got into a good system that was healthy and functional, is thriving. I mean, you look at the time when he was with the Rams. I mean, first of all, they were going through that whole Jeff Fisher transition. So good for Kate. This is lights out. Plus, they create turnovers, which leads to the offense getting more opportunities to possess the football, which leads to more points. So this defense is on point. The offense is on point. I like them. I think they might be that first team to have two main takeaways. Number one, Jacksonville got a good slice of humble pie going into Christmas. And number two, Jimmy G is for real. He is the GOAT so far. He's what, like 5-0 in his pro career? Good test to see how they respond. But overall, I think that as long as they clean up the penalties, they understand that, hey, I can't get frustrated with my own teammates at the first sign of adversity, they'll be okay. So I want to see how they're going to respond on the actual game. The Panthers, they get a close win over the Bucks. They are in the 5th seed right now. I personally believe they're going to stay in that 5th seed because in order for them to jump to the 3 or 4 and win the division, they would need the Saints to lose, which I don't think the Saints are going to do. So the Panthers, it's just a matter of whether or not they'll be the 5th seed or they'll sneak up and win the division. Now, a team that secured their division win, the Kansas City Chiefs, have come on really strong as of late, and I have a really interesting stat that I want to throw out there to give hope. This is the first year in a really long time that a team has had a quarterback that's thrown over 4,000 yards and had a running back, a tight end, and a receiver that have all gone over 1,000 yards. So Chief fans, be excited. Kind of concerned about the Falcons-Panthers matchup because I didn't know if Carolina was going to rest their players, how seriously they were going to take this game. But to me, I think it's in the Panthers' best interest to knock out Atlanta because you don't want to rest your players and then have to face them later on in the playoff. Still hope among the 12s. Now, a team that needs a little help and a lot of hope, the Tennessee Titans, they took on the Rams last week. Really close game. The Rams, they're in the playoff. They have secured a first-round bye. Tennessee is still vying for a wild card spot because Coach Ashley is a defensive-minded coach. I know defense wins championships. Aaron Donald lights out. Todd Gurley, he's having an MVP-type season. Jared Goff, he really came to life in the second year. So they have a lot of sidebar, but doesn't it feel like every week we have a new name thrown into the MVP race because the powers that be don't want to see Tom Brady win another one? Doesn't it feel like that? Like, just give Tom. This could be his last one. Give him the MVP. Numbers don't lie. Now, a team whose numbers surely don't lie, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they took on the Texans. Poor Texans, they really had some going before Deshaun went down, but next year, the future, it's looking bright in Texas. Now, for the Steelers, two things kind of keep me from diving in. Number one, the quarterback situation. I don't know if I can trust Nick Foles in the playoffs. Number two, this elite defense that they had all season has really been bending and breaking these last couple games and letting teams put up points. Those two reasons, I am not sold. I still think the Vikings are the king of the NFC, and I like the Saints, I like the Panthers, and I feel like all those teams could beat this Philly team. So for those reasons, I don't know, Philly fans. I'm sorry. I know we're at the end of Hot Takes. Thank you so much to everybody who watched and just have supported us from the beginning. If you're new to Hot Takes, thank you for watching. I'm so excited. We have some really cool announcements. We're going to start getting some guests on here, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.